This gigantic envelope arrived in the mail about a month ago, but I was in Japan and Korea, so I wasn't able to open it. And inside is the popular Chase Sapphire Preferred, so I will open up this envelope and we will see what the card looks like. Before I open up the envelope, of course, I do want to mention some of the perks and benefits of owning the card and the reason why I applied for it. One of the reasons why I got the card, and I always say that this is probably the most important thing that I look at when deciding what card to apply for, is the sign-up bonus. The Chase Sapphire Preferred at the time when I applied for the card had an elevated sign-up bonus of 80,000 Chase Ultimate Rewards points after spending $4,000 in the first 3 months. You can no longer get this bonus, but hopefully sometime in the near future that one will come along again. Right now it's sitting at 60,000 points when you spend $4,000 in the first 3 months. On this specific card, Chase likes to say that the 60,000 point welcome offer is worth $750 when redeemed through the Chase travel portal. But when I got the 80,000 point bonus, Chase said that those were worth 1,000 points through the Chase travel portal. But as we've talked about on this channel and many other people have talked about on YouTube, you can get a lot more than $1,000 worth of value out of 80,000 Chase Ultimate Rewards points. This comes when you transfer out your points to travel partners like I did for a trip to Asia, where I transferred my Chase points to United Miles and booked a flight that way, and my Chase points became a lot more valuable than if I redeemed for cash back or through the Chase travel portal. Even though this card does have a $95 annual fee, you can see that getting over $1,000 of value just in the first year from the sign-up bonus, it totally makes it worth it. But after I've used those points for the sign-up bonus, is it still worth it to keep the card open? That's definitely something we're going to explore in future videos and in future years, but I will go through some of the perks and benefits of this card to see if we can justify that $95 annual fee every year. There is a $50 hotel statement credit when you use this card through the Chase travel portal. I don't value this at the entire $50. I know that you can usually find a better deal when you're going through and booking hotels through Agoda or Booking.com. With the Chase travel portal, hotels are usually just a little bit more expensive, but I do think that we can get some decent value out of this. So I wouldn't say there's a full $50 worth of value out of there, but maybe around like $30. Moving on to another benefit of using the Chase travel portal, there's 5 times points when you book travel through it, like with flights or hotels or anything else. And yeah, like I said, like prices are usually just a little bit more expensive. With flights, they don't really inflate the price like with hotels, but there's not every single flight that you might want on there. When you're not booking travel through the Chase portal, you can always get 2x on any kind of travel when you use this card. This category definitely came in handy when I applied for this card when we were in Japan and knew that every single time we booked a new flight or a hotel, we get 2x on that. While we're on the topic of traveling and me applying for this card while we were in Japan, one of the other main reasons why I applied for this card, other than the sign-up bonus and the access to transfer partners I talked about earlier in the video, there is an option on this credit card to spend instantly. So as soon as I got approved for this card, I could add it to my Apple Wallet. Within 30 minutes of getting approved for this card, I was able to go to a convenience store in Japan and use the card with my Apple Wallet, and that was such an amazing feeling to start working on this sign-up bonus immediately. Moving on to the next spending category, 3x on dining. I don't really like this at all coming from the Chase Sapphire Preferred, especially because I already get that with my Chase Freedom Flex. It really doesn't make sense to have both of these cards earning 3x in dining, but something that is going to put me over the edge and use the Chase Sapphire Preferred every single time for dining is the 10% anniversary bonus you get. This really isn't a huge benefit, but it does help a little bit. This website gives an example of if you spend $25,000 on this card, you're going to get an additional 2,500 points at the end of the year. No, that's definitely not a lot, but that is something. So if you do have a 10% anniversary boost, then all of these categories actually turn into a little bit more than what is advertised. So with dining, the 3x actually turns into 3.1x, which slightly beats out the Freedom Flex of 3x. So I would definitely use this card over any other Chase card that gives me 3x 3x on dining. There's also other 3x categories like online grocery or streaming services, but we'll kind of gloss over that right now and get to the no foreign transaction fee that this card has. This is a huge benefit to owning this card, and it makes it such a great travel card because I could not take some other cards while I'm traveling and use it internationally because they would charge a 3% fee to use them. That would basically wipe out any benefit that I would get from using that credit card, and I should definitely use one that has a no foreign transaction fee. There are other benefits to the card, but we'll probably get there once we do the unboxing, so let's do that right now. Here is the big envelope it came in. It says Express right there. That's because I got this expedited to my house so that I could use it as soon as possible. Like I mentioned earlier, I was able to use Apple Pay immediately, but with certain purchases, certainly online purchases, I needed the full card number, so I had a trusted family member open up the envelope for me so that they could get the card number, and that's how I started using it for purchases while I was still out of the country. So this is already open, but hopefully I can still do a good unboxing for you. We'll pretend that this isn't open and we'll still rip it open this way. There we go. That was fun. You can see that this envelope is standard size, so that's a pretty big UPS envelope. There we go. Here are all the documents that were inside. We have, it looks like there's 4 of them, so let's get started. Let's get the easy ones out of the way first. This is just some info on personal information sharing. There isn't really any kind of information that I don't already know or I've got from all my other Chase cards. Chase just goes through and says what kind of information that they share, and it's nothing out of the ordinary. I don't really look at it too much, but if you're interested, apply for a Chase card so you can find out. I'm sure that document's also online somewhere. Next, we have the card member agreement. It has the Chase logo and it also has the Sapphire logo. It says, "Welcome to Chase Sapphire." And this is my first Sapphire card. My wife already had one. She also had a Sapphire Preferred. She got that one like 6 months before I got mine. In here, it goes through and defines some of the terms and definitions and just how to use the card in general. And then it answers a lot of frequently asked questions. There's nothing too special either. We'll just take that aside. We'll get to the important stuff, which is the things I have highlighted on this next page in the card member agreement rates and fees table. There are 3 things I always look at on this sheet of paper. The first one being the APR, or annual percentage rate. This is the interest rate you're going to be charged on all balances you have on this card. I am not interested in paying any sort of interest on my credit cards, so I always pay them off in full and on time every single month. Sometimes there is a 0% APR promo that they're running on certain cards, but with the Chase Sapphire Preferred, that is not the case. It does say 22.74%. Moving on to my next highlighted section, the annual fee for this card is going to be at $95. I am okay paying that in the first year at least. We'll have to see about the second year, but the access to transfer partners is huge for me, and so that is definitely going to be something that I want to keep around. We'll just have to see next year if I think it's worth it. Then the third highlighted section is the foreign transaction fees, and like I already said, there is none. I can use it internationally just fine, and so I love to see that. Here we have another paper. It says how many cards that I ordered. It was just 1. It says the account number ending in, and it has the last 5 digits, and it says the credit access line, which is 15,700 right here. It also shows me the cash access line of $785. I don't plan on using that, but it is nice to see a pretty high credit limit. The Sapphire Preferred is a Visa signature card, and so the minimum credit limit that you can be accepted for is $5,000, and so I'm pretty far over that, which I'm really happy about. As I open this up and remove the card so we can look at that last, I'll put that over there. It says open a world of experiences, and this says to verify the receipt of the card. Down at the bottom, it mentions some of the benefits of owning this card: the $50 annual Chase Ultimate Rewards hotel credit. There's the 5x points on travel through Ultimate Rewards and 2x points on all other travel. The 25% boost when you book travel through the Chase portal with points. There's the 3x on online groceries and select streaming, like I briefly mentioned before, and the 3x points on dining worldwide. It does say on the back that you should contact Experian if you find mistakes on your credit report. I found that interesting because even though they didn't say on here that they pulled Experian and you can see my credit score on there, they still say to contact Experian. So you can go into your credit report and you can see if they did. And I can see on Experian that they did pull from it. I have 5 hard inquiries on it right now. Also on Experian, you can see that I have a 760 credit score. And if you go on Credit Karma, when I'm looking at TransUnion and Equifax, they both say that I have a 770 credit score. And they also say that I have significantly less hard inquiries. On TransUnion, it says that I have 1, and on Equifax, it says I have 0. Now there's only one thing left to do, and that is to show you the card. I really like it. It is a metal card. Here we go. And it has a really nice, cool blue color. The light blue definitely contrasts with the dark blue, and I like it because there's no numbers on the front of the card, so I can just show you right there. And of course, on the back side, there are the numbers, and so I had to try to block all of that out. It has the card number, the expiration date, it has the CVV, and it says Visa signature right there, so that you can see that, yes, this is a pretty nice card. It is a $95 annual fee card, so I do expect it to look pretty nice. It does say at the top that it contains metal, so do not shred it. And it also has the customer service line, one for the US and one for international. And of course on the front there is the chip, and it does say contactless payment right there. And like I said, I've been using it a lot for Apple Pay to work towards that sign-up bonus, which I should easily hit the $4,000 spending in the first 3 months. Once we hit the minimum spend, I will have 80,000 Chase Ultimate Rewards points in my account that me and my wife can use for traveling all around the world. I will be talking about all those trips as well as all the best credit card information that I can give you. So if you want to subscribe, that would help out a ton. I'm trying to reach my first 1,000 subscribers here on this channel. And if you're interested in this card at all, I will leave my referral link down below so that you can click on it and learn more. Every single credit card point that I make from referral bonuses will go directly back into the channel to make it as good as possible. Thank you so much for watching this video. I'll see you in the next one.